In this video, we'll be taking a look at 5 NHL games happening on November 17, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 10 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 5 NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Carolina Hurricanes versus Boston Bruins. The Carolina Hurricanes visit the Boston Bruins on Monday night, and the early season context sets a clear stage. The Bruins, once seen as a question mark, have opened strong and now sit at the top of the Atlantic Division with a record of 12-8-0. Their form at home has shaped much of that success, as 8 of those 12 wins have come on their own ice. The Hurricanes enter with a roster that reads stronger on paper and with a steady history of producing results in any arena. The matchup reflects a contrast between steady expectation and sudden momentum, because the Bruins have surged over recent weeks and have turned into the most profitable club in the league. Their run of underdog wins and their home performance give weight to their current rise, even though the opposing roster carries the label of the more complete team. As our first pick for this matchup, the Boston Bruins to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The number on this game does not reflect how close these teams are in output. Each side holds 12 wins, and the Bruins own more home victories than the Hurricanes have collected on the road. Both clubs enter with sharp form, and their recent scoring pace shows that rhythm. They have combined for 7.02 goals per game, and together they have hit the over in 8 of their last 10. Their shared production offers a clear picture of two attacks that have found space and results in recent games. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Edmonton Oilers versus Buffalo Sabres. The Edmonton Oilers head to the KeyBank Center to face a Buffalo Sabres group that has searched for steadiness. Edmonton has tried to stack wins, and most of its setbacks have come in unfamiliar rinks, yet Buffalo's current form raises harder questions. The Sabres have dropped 8 of their past 10 games, and their defensive play has slipped to the point where opponents find space with ease. Edmonton enters this meeting with more stability and more shape. Connor McDavid arrives after scoring twice against Carolina, including the overtime clincher. His speed creates pressure on every shift, and his finish rate forces coverage errors. Leon Draisaitl keeps feeding chances on the power play and drives entries that tilt the ice. Edmonton converts on nearly 30% of its chances with the extra skater, which creates a clear contrast with a Buffalo unit that has not matched that level. Stuart Skinner has provided steadier goaltending, and Evan Bouchard has settled the blue line with clean breakout passes that help Edmonton control tempo on the road. Buffalo did show heart in its 5-4 overtime win against Detroit, but the Sabres have not sustained offense. They sit under 3 goals a night and lean on Tage Thompson and Alex Tuch for much of their output. That limited depth can strain them against Edmonton's top line. Edmonton thrives in transition and often pounces when defenders lose their gaps, which gives the visitors a strong route to shaping the pace shift by shift. Edmonton has looked stronger in most phases, and one bright moment for Buffalo does not erase a longer slide. Detroit's late-game breakdowns also played a part in that Buffalo win, which adds more weight to the idea that Buffalo still seeks answers. If McDavid and Draisaitl push early, Edmonton can use its skill and structure to stay in control and create enough pressure to shape the full contest. As our first pick for this matchup, the Edmonton Oilers money line is our full game side pick. Both teams have traded goals in recent outings. Edmonton scores more than 3 per game with help from its top players, but it also allows enough chances to keep games open. Buffalo's recent 5-4 overtime result against Detroit showed the Sabres can produce and give up goals in the same stretch. Edmonton's strong power play will test a Buffalo penalty kill that has not held up, which points to more scoring chances with the extra skater. Each team plays with an offensive bend that covers defensive gaps, and that tilt points to a fast rhythm where a high total becomes possible. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Montreal Canadiens versus Columbus Blue Jackets. Montreal enters this matchup with a long list of injuries, and the club has dropped 3 straight. The Canadiens sit at 5-2-1 on the road this season, while Columbus holds a 4-3-1 record at home. Columbus has gone 2-0-2 in its last 4 games, yet its special teams have struggled. Montreal tends to look stronger when healthy, but the group has scored only 3 goals across its last 3 contests. This recent slide limits their edge and gives the flow of play a different shape as both sides try to steady their form. As our first pick for this matchup, the Columbus Blue Jackets money line is our full game side pick. Both clubs sit near each other in the standings and show similar splits when they travel or play at home. Montreal has hit a rough stretch with a 1-5 mark in its last 6 games, and the team has produced only 3 goals in its last 3 outings. Columbus has scored 3 goals or fewer in 5 of its last 7 games, and this pattern points toward a slower pace with fewer clean chances for either side. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Florida Panthers versus Vancouver Canucks. The Vancouver Canucks and the Florida Panthers face each other Monday at Amerant Bank Arena. Vancouver ended its skid with a win over Tampa Bay on Sunday, so this matchup puts them on short rest. Their road mark sits at 6-4-1, which shows they can compete away from home, yet they have given up 16 goals across their last 4 outings. They deal with injuries and must adjust in goal without Thatcher Demko. Florida holds a home record of 6-2-1 and has taken 2 of its last 3 games. They have not built long win streaks in recent weeks, but they rely on a steady defensive structure and a stronger power play. Their scoring output has stayed modest, yet they limit high-danger chances and manage the puck well. Vancouver's recent defensive lapses and the strain of a back-to-back create a demanding spot, while Florida's strengths rest in controlled pace and special teams. As our first pick for this matchup, the Florida Panthers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Vancouver can still push the pace in the offensive zone. Their forwards create pressure in cycles and rush chances, which can test a Florida group that sometimes gives up space in its own end. Florida's defense holds firm in structure, but can leave shooting lanes open when pinned down. Both teams miss key players, and that shapes the tempo as each side leans on depth. Vancouver's recent goals against show gaps that Florida may exploit, yet Vancouver's offense has enough spark to keep the scoreboard moving. Florida's controlled style and Vancouver's push for chances can combine to raise the shot volume, which may lead to a higher total. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Los Angeles Kings versus Washington Capitals. The Los Angeles Kings visit the Washington Capitals on Monday at Capital One Arena. Los Angeles enters with 6 straight road wins. Washington comes in after dropping 4 of 5. The Kings generate steady pressure in the offensive zone and scored 10 goals across their last 3 outings. Their power play sits at 15%, which limits some of that pressure. Washington's penalty kill ranks near the bottom of the league, and its recent play reflects that weakness, with 10 goals allowed in its last 3 games. Slowing the Kings becomes difficult in that environment. Washington's scoring trails off. The group has 9 goals in its last 3 games and a 14% power play that has not shifted momentum. Los Angeles has held firm in its own end, giving up 6 goals in its last 4 road games. That stability reduces Washington's margin for error. The contrast between Washington's search for a spark and Los Angeles's road consistency shows in how each group carries itself. The Kings have taken every game on this trip. Washington seeks something to stop a skid. The Capitals' form limits their ability to tilt play at key moments. Los Angeles continues to look sharp in space and in transition. As our first pick for this matchup, the Los Angeles Kings money line is our full game side pick. Both teams stayed under the total in 3 of 4 recent games. Washington scores 2.83 goals per game and reached 3 per game across its last 3. Its power play sits at 12%. It now faces a penalty kill that went perfect in its last 3 and allowed 4 total goals in that span. Los Angeles scores 2.84 goals per game and reached 3.33 per game across its last 3. Its power play converted 9% of its chances in that stretch. It now meets a penalty kill that stopped 76% of chances in its last 3 and allowed 9 total goals. 7 of the last 9 meetings between these clubs stayed under, and their current forms point in the same direction. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed, subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.